Morning students, today we will discuss about the elements of yoga. Patanjali described 8 elements of yoga as we have discussed on that day: yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, and last is samadhi. Ashta yoga. Comes in the Ashta yoga. What is yam? Yam is the first element of the yoga. It has its 5 subparts. What is first? Ahimsa, non-violence. First of all, we should not harm to anyone, not to say any ill word to anyone. That is, it means one must keep away from the causing harm to anyone, human being, anxiety. We should not have the jealousy with anyone, hate, anger on anyone. Such types of negative emotions are included in it. We should avoid this. We should always keep it in our mind. We should not have jealousy or hate from anyone. We should love them. Next comes the truthfulness. Satya also said that if we are truthful, there are many in life you will get so many situations when you have to speak something wrong, that is wrong. Always you should speak truth, be truthful, and either it is good time or bad time. Sometimes to avoid the bad situation you start to speak, some persons start to speak the avoids to speaking real facts, but nahin, you should speak always truthfulness. Asatya means non-stealing. You should not steal anyone's ideas, anyone's things. We should avoid it. If we will steal the ideas of others or steal the things of others, we will not able to do the progress, because we depends on stealing only, and that will harm our personality also as well as the property of others. Next, the brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means not to take the diet that stimulates sexual desires, and brahmacharya means you should have control on your indriyas, means lead to. Next, the apgraha. Means collect money and property for self-interest. You should not collect the money and to make the things कि मैंने ये बना दिया वो बना दिया. No, we are here on this earth to help each other, to understand each other, and to understand the problems of others, to solve it. So you should do this. Next is niyam. Second is niyam. Niyams are related to individual's body and senses. Sucha. Sucha means purity. You must keep your body clean, either it is physically or by your mental, by your mind. Your thoughts should be clear, your physical appearance should be clear. You should be clear. साफ सुथरा होने चाहिए. Next, संतोष. Whatever you are having, you should have the the things you are having that are enough for you. You should not go run behind the things कि नहीं I will collect this, I will do this. No, santosh should be there, means you should have control. Whatever you are having, you should be happy in that. Next comes the tapa. To endure the difficulties, obstacles, complex situations. Sometimes you have to, in your life you will get some your life you will get sometimes troubles will be there, sometimes hard times will be there. You should have taps. You have to control on your abilities. You should know that I am having the ability to pass that time. Next, the swadhyay. To study the great Vedas, you should ग्रंथ पढ़ने चाहिए, वेद पढ़ने चाहिए, उपनिवेश है ना. These Gita devotion is called Swadhyay. Next comes the Ishvara Pradhanya. It is the important stage of Niyama. To decide all the deeds to God is called Aishwarya pranidhana. In such stage, a true devotee thinks that whatever facility and prosperity, such as body, mind, your youth, intelligence, position, power, respect, achieved in you, you have achieved only the due to the God grace. That all things you are having the strength, you are having the ability and intelligence, everything that is grace of, just by the grace of God. You should keep it in mind. Next comes the asana. Some people think the asana is the yoga. Asana is the part, it is the posture, how to sit, how to walk, how to do the activities. The posture to sit and perform the different type of the exercise in the posture is called the asana. Body fitness, if you are doing the this yogic exercise, here after yama, the niyama, asana comes to the third level. Asana means the position, posture of the body. If we are doing the asanas daily in our life, so you can gain the flexibility and purity of your you can purity you can increase your movement of your this movements of your body. Flexibility you can increase by doing the yogic asana, and you can remain fit. Next is the pranayam. Pranayam is related to your lungs. When you take the breath or exhale ahead, this is the pranayam. Pranayam means take the breath and exhale it. Inhale it and exhale. That is pranayam. In pranayam, there are various types of the pranayam, such as Ujjayi, Bastika pranayam is there, Brahmari is there, Murcha and Palvini pranayam helps in regulating the metabolic activities and enhance the function of heart and lung. Pranayams helps to increase capacity of your lungs as well as your heart. Next, the Pratyahara. Pratyahara is the process self-control. You should have the control on your body and your thoughts. That is Pratyahara. Sense. You should have control on mind, and sense is called Pratyahara. In Pratyahara, the sense no longer respond to be external objects that hinder mental concentration. Next is Dharana. Dharana is the connection of mind. Generally, it is seen that mind has the tendency to get scattered, but in Dharana, we collect the mind thinkings at one place. That is Dharana. Our mind is traveling one place to another place while we are doing any of the work or the study. So to make him to bring at that point is Dharana. Next is Dhyana. Dhyana is process to complete constancy of the mind. It is the stage prior to the samadhi. Generally, dhyana remains attached to our life at every moment. We require the dhyan. When we do any of the work, we require the dhyana. Dhyana means keeping the things in our mind, performing any of the work. Next is the samadhi. Samadhi is the union individual soul with the supreme soul is called samadhi. When a person meet to the soul, this soul meet to the God is the samadhi that we get from there. Thank you.